Apollo is the god of archery, music, and dance, truth and prophecy, healing and diseases, the sun and light, poetry, and more. He was born from the union of Zeus and Leto. Hera, Zeus's wife, tried to stop Leto from giving birth to this illegitimate child, but she failed. He's considered to be the most beautiful god. He's the patron of Delian, the prophetic deity of the famous Delhi oracle. His oracles were often consulted for guidance in various matters. He was in general seen as the god who affords help in wards of feeble medicine and healing area associated with Apollo delivered people from epidemics. Yet there was also a god who could bring deadly plagues with his arrow. She's an important pastoral deity and was the patron of herdsmen and shepherds. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, the wilderness, wild animals, nature, vegetation, childbirth, care of children, and chastity. She's the twin sister of Apollo and one of the three major virgin goddesses. Alongside Athena and Hestia, she guarded her virginity jealously. And when a young hunter saw her bathing naked, he was transformed into a deer by the angry goddess and was then devoured by his hunting dogs, who did not recognize their master. Artemis was one of the most widely venerated of the ancient Greek deities.
Dionysus is the god of wine parties and theater. He is another illegitimate child of Zeus. Many festivals were celebrated to worship him with mass drinking and orgies.
Hermes is the messenger god and the patron of thieves, travelers, and merchants. He is able to move quickly and freely between the worlds of the mortal and the divine, aided by his winged sandals. He's a conductor of souls into the afterlife. He was another illegitimate child of Zeus, and he's regarded as the divine trickster, as he often pulled pranks and stole from the other deities. Hermes always takes with him a golden rod as a mark of his authority, and he's usually depicted wearing a winged helmet. He rescued Dionysus many times.
Demeter is the goddess of the harvest and agriculture, presiding over crops through her brother Zeus. She became the mother of Pania, fertility goddess. Hades, the god of the dead, loved Pania and appeared from the ground to drag her down to the underworld. Demeter searched everywhere to find her missing daughter until she was informed that Hestia had taken her to the underworld. In response, Demeter neglected her duties as goddess of agriculture, plunging the earth into a deadly famine where nothing would grow, causing mortals to die. Zeus ordered Hades to return Pani to Hermother to save the world. However, since Pani had eaten food from the underworld, she could not stay with Demeter forever, but had to divide the year between her mother and Hades. This explained the seasonal cycle, as Demeter does not let plants grow in the winter while Pani is gone. Hades
is the god of the dead and the king of the underworld, where the spirits of the dead reside. He was portrayed as passive and never portrayed. Negatively, his role was often to maintain relative balance. He strictly forbade his subjects to leave his domain and would become quite enraged when anyone tried to leave, or if someone tried to steal the souls from his realm. He rarely left the underworld and didn't care about what happened above him. The only way to enter the underworld was to get passage from Fairman Charon, who helped souls cross the Styx River if they paid him for that reason when Greeks died. Most of the time, coins were buried with them and placed on their eyes. If someone couldn't afford to pay Charon, he would have to wait for eternity on the shores of the Styx. Once the Styx was passed, the souls found Cerberus, a three-headed dog that was the guardian of the underworld's gates. After that, the soul was judged by the three judges who decided where it should go. They can choose between Elysium, the Asphodel Meadows, and Tartarus. The Elysium is basically heaven, and it's where the souls of heroes, demigods, and especially good mortals were sent. The Asphodel Meadows was a place for ordinary people who did not achieve anything particular in life, good or bad. Tartarus is basically hell. It's where the Titans and other criminals who upset the gods reside. Everyone in Tartarus is tortured for eternity. Hestia is the goddess of Hestia, the heart, the place in a home where a fire is or was traditionally kept for home heating and cooking, and of homes in general. She's one of the three virgin goddesses alongside Athena and Artemis. She has a very limited mythology. I'll be making similar videos. Subscribe to see them.